Wait, what?
It will be the Franco.
Oh.
It's to lock down the Claude. I think that's their main, like, sort of like their MO right here.
I see. Interesting composition we're seeing from Todak this side. Really cool. That's the 5 series between these two teams.
What started off as a David versus Goliath story 2 seasons ago and now culminating to the clash of the Titans in this lower bracket finals. Between Todak and Selangor Red Giants, we got SRG on the blue side, Todak on the red.
I really do actually kind of like what Todak has got there for themselves. In the meantime, middle lane, they wanted to go for something really fast. Yelot did manage to land the hook pretty nicely, actually.
I mean, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're up against a Jushin, this is what happens, you know?
Yeah, and hopefully, honestly, I'm more curious how Yanlord is going to play this, right? Because again, he was going to be the biggest proprietor in changing this game. Nobody knows when he's going to land an insane iron hook to make everything kind of pop off for Todak's side.
That's a pretty good defensive tool, and of course, engagement as well, right? Especially playing into Chiku guys or perhaps into Zayat. Todak has got really good answers to make sure that they will be able to make full use of his Bloody Hunt.
Speaking of which, actually, I noticed that in terms of the emblem, Zayat is opting to go for lethal ignition rather than what we've been seeing traditionally, which is the impure rage.
Oh, he does want to go.
Well, I mean, it's first blood.
We didn't really quite see the little ignition really come into play, but at least we know that he will want to be extra bursty. That might be enough for Stormy.
Did they not want to go for that dive? That seemed like a very viable dive angle there. I feel like Zayat probably could have Blade Surge inwards, maybe like force out a flicker out of Cram, but I guess he doesn't want to waste any time. He needs to kind of keep up to pace so that Sakai's eventually is going to be down a level against him.
I think teams are still trying to get used to how fast you actually moves, right? We've seen so many of these early mid lane games. Chibi does it a lot as well. Yum's gonna get caught. Drops the Revitalize, will survive. Take a forward from Stormy, he wants to catch Zayat, brings him back. He's on cooldown, taunted out. The trade back. Yum finds the kill. The rest of Todak arrives, trying to help out Momo with his own Revitalize. Drops the Glorious Pathway, Spill Falfa, not enough. Time set point, finds the kill, grabs to the back, concussive blast, sends a Sandstorm, fights two of his own. Stormy as a support system, time set point, steals the ready Sandstorm, comes in but could not get the kill. SRG comes out on top.
Oh my goodness, both of these teams are playing a fighting game. It's about who's got better combos, who can push buttons better.
Even come down to the frame data, right? When it comes to stealing away the Raging Sandstorm, okay, this is the point in time when I gotta have to release my Raging Sandstorm. CC immunity, yay, give it to me.
Whew, stressful. 3-3 so far with minor lead going over to Todak for now. That could easily change as you could see the gold deficit hopping back and forth. In terms of the gold lane, it seems things have been going pretty well for Chiku guys at the very least, which is expected for the Beatrix, but I'm waiting for Yanlord. Another hook to instigate another war.
They were gonna have to play kind of slow as well, but do remember that it is a skill shot after all. Todak's way of initiation is either through the hooks or perhaps Momo just running it down. So honestly, it's either Selangor gets caught a surprise or they can literally see the push coming in.
Now they do have access to the Bloody Hunt for Yanlord, so there's an extra 2 of control. The hook does not land. A good taunt to slow down Momo as Zai shows up. Cram dodges it, and now they bring Yanlord back. The fight breaks up. Cram picks up the kill. Another stolen Raging Sandstorm. Yums will be caught in the crossfire. Sakai goes down. Good placer start from Zayat. Todak bring Chiku in. 3 for the Swordfishes.
They were stacking up all these crowd controls onto Yanlord to ensure that he has got absolutely no way of just locking down the Bloody Hunt onto literally anyone. You can see that he got no way to play around all of these stacking skills at all.
But it was such a decisive fight from Todak. They knew that Beatrix had first move, got into the mid lane, and they initiated the fight before Beatrix even showed herself. So Todak knew that they've got this fight in the bag as long as Chiku guys does not whiff the ult.
How long can you keep the lead and extend it, right? Because they are quite far deep in enemy territory. No, Momo drops the ultimate, he's gonna get away. Cram still wants to engage in. His teammate will take some time to follow up. Zai is in a bush, they will check that. The end, Todak disengaged.
Oh, look, bot side though, they could be setting up for a dive.
Dangerous place to be in. Stolen Spear of Alpha, so Innocent, thankfully, clears out the wave in time. Like that, Todak has generated another 1.6k gold lead.
I think that Chiku guys is actually pretty significantly ahead in terms of just raw gold, right? He took basically the entire plating from mid lane. He's able to get at least 1/3 of it down on bot side as well. It looks like he's also got a level lead on towards Innocent, and I see Stormy opting to go for a Sky Piercer. So that means the rest of the team is going to be looking to chunk out, and Stormy is going to be the crux of the comp.
Definitely, I do love to see the Sky Piercer onto him as well, but one thing for sure is that how are they going to revert this?
Stolen Spear of Alpha, counter engage from Sakai, flicker from Yanlord. Here comes the AOG to the back, Dime Sandboy isolated. Yanlord will be taken out, snipe from the Renner, Stormy goes down, Zayed chips in, Chico guys in the fight, Yoom's on top of him as the glorious pathway comes right through. Zayed fights the assassination on the Innocent, and now Todak, they got the Giants boxed in. Sakai wants to run away, turns it around, doesn't have the health bar, and Crab will try his darnest. He finds Chico guys, but Todak has just wiped them out.
This is not looking good. This is not looking good at all as SRG, their angles are too linear and Todak is pulling attention away from each one of the members. SRG need to hook up to the Kala at this point. They need to become a hive mind.
And with Stormy getting hooked, that's going to be flickered down for another 2 minutes.
It's going to be a little bit rough considering the fact that the turtle is currently available for the picking. One good thing for the side of Todak at least is the fact that all three of them did use their flicker. So at least a flicker bloody hunt is not exactly something that Selangor Giants would be expecting. But at least a 2 point.
Oh! There's a sandstorm into the big crowd control! SRG refusing to yield, but a stolen AOG from Dime Sandboy is the response. Innocent shows up. Here comes the blazing duet. BMI for Zayed takes him out. Good control. Sky Piercer execution, and the Prince finds a triple kill.
Big out games. That's what we want to see from SRG, man.
God, this game is just pumping out the clips. It's just pumping out the TikTok clips, let me tell you that. The YouTube shorts, wherever you watch your short form media. I think that right now, as much as Selangor Red Giants, yes, they tunnel vision in the previous fight, that was a statement, hey, we're not messing around here. We're going to go toe-to-toe for as long as it takes.
You got no Purifier, you got no Flicker. Once I set it up for Cram, then you pretty much know that your entire team will go into shambles once the AOG comes in.
Although I will say, in terms of the macro aspect, it feels like Todak and Selangor Red Giants, they're not looking to play around the map too much. They're trading pretty equally. And as much as I would like to believe that we caught up to the rest of the world, we definitely have our very signature play style. We like to brawl. We ain't like Cambodia where we brawl all the time. But God, when we do, it's no holds barred. It's bare knuckles.
It's a very foreign thing to me. I've mentioned this umpteens of times that Singapore plays it in a way whereby we just look at the macro game. I go for 4-1 split, that kind of stuff. But you guys just go all the way.
We like to dance a little. We like to dance a little. We like to show that we're better in many different aspects. But now Zayed going for the split push on the opposite side of the map with Cram keeping eyes. And right now, Zayed isn't strong enough to one-shot Cram. Oh wait, even getting the hold on. He's facing it. Wait. There's movement from the river. Are they actually going to commit?
No. Doesn't seem like they will be able to catch up. Does seem like SRG also understood Todak's movement, and they have like this very specific time frame where if you do want to make a miracle or rather make a play, that's the only time frame that they have got.
And it feels like both teams have their prize on the line and ego on their sleeves, right? It's all about the brawl, all about a show of strength. Here comes the Yanlord flicker. Bloody Hunt. Oh! That's the Winter Truncheon, but Innocent, uncontested. Chigo guys picked up in the back line to get rid of Stormy, but the fly basically sliced in half. Zayed gets out, but what about the rest of his team? Cram is on him. Time Senpoi has the Jushin out, can still use it to get away. Innocent forced it out. Cram thinks for a chase. Here comes the flicker raiding Sandstorm. Momo is the target. They want to go underneath the turret, but Momo will stay alive.
Ooh, T2 saves lives. This is the first time I'm seeing a T2 actually not being used for just economy at this point. What a stressful game this is going. And honestly, SRG and as well as Todak are making these team fights look like origami artwork. They are folding upon each other, trading back front line for back line, and you can see the way that they pivot into each other.
The fight is just split up at this point in time, right? AOGs after AOGs, to the point that SRG as well as Todak, they gotta have to work with their own system.
An attempted steal on the Lord. Sakai secures it. The Prince does his job well under pressure. They will lose out Zayed and Momo. The target has been acquired. Target has been found. Chigo guys sprays it down. Cram falls. but SRG walks away with the lead.
That's a 2-for-1 in favor of SRG on top of having the first Lord of this game. We haven't seen the gold lead actually break into the 2000s. Now, for the first time, SRG finds 1,000 gold that could easily be swung with a single jungle rotation.
Absolutely love the previous fight when it comes down to Cram. Literally zonal advantage, just buying so much time to ensure that the rest of SRG, they can just focus on the two-person that overextended.
How much damage can SRG do? That's going to be the question, right? With Cram going down, you don't really have a way to take up much space and find it engaged. So Todak, at the end of that, really didn't lose too much, but they did lose the purple buff that Zayat wants.
Yeah, this is still the very first Lord of the game. It's not too strong, but at the same time, you can see that Todak are not breaking formation at all. Nobody is opting to play on the opposite side of the map to deal with the wave. And finally, now that Zayat sees, okay, tier 2 bot side is done, they've shown 4 people, it's safe for me to head up top.
Honestly, both of these two teams are playing like an absolute unit, right? And of course, they have got a very clear idea as to who is going to be the main priority, at least for the side of Chiku guys, right? He's been on the back lines of Todak pretty nicely throughout all of these engagements, only died 3 times.
Yeah. Cram has the immortality, so I mean Zayat doesn't have the damage for the one shot. Quicksand guard heals him up. 90 seconds until the next Lord, and gentlemen, like you guys mentioned, right? We haven't really seen big macro plays. It has been about all the brawls. Is it time for SRG to start looking into the map?
I would like to believe so, but I think the only person who's capable, well, actually 2 people who are capable of doing it is Innocent as well as Cram. I did see Innocent actually finish off his Trinity build. Yeah, he's already got it. He's looking for that winds of nature, and the same can be said about Todak, right? As much as Chiku guys wants to finish off whatever, I mean, it could be like, oh, hold on.
Wow, they actually won Innocent. Lovely bloody hunt flicker into the winter crown. Todak needed that target. And finding more though, Dime Senpoi comes in, AOG. That one's not going to connect, so SRG loses 2.
Really decisive take from the side of Todak. And now that they have got the numbers advantage, at least they will be able to take the control of the river back into their hands. It would be a significant advantage, especially since the Lord is coming out in 40 seconds. Main thing is, they can't lose anyone from this point onwards.
No, let's not forget that, unfortunately for SRG, their high ground defense isn't the best. Oh, wait. Do they want to go for a little bit more? Feels like Momo overextending a little bit, but he's not getting punished just yet.
I want to quickly talk about the Winter Crown into Immortality for Yanlo, right? We saw the application of the Winter Crown. You can't cancel the Bloody Hunt, but it's so defensive from the side of Yanlo.
I agree. Do they need anti-heal now that I think about it? I know that Zyme Senpai already had the glowing wand, already pretty much done. Momo probably is going to go for a Dom Ice. It makes sense if he does so. So I guess that's why Yanlord is allowed to kind of build whatever he wants. And more importantly, he's got the most valuable ult.
Well, the fact that he will be able to just AOG in and just land the glowing wand to everyone, right? I think that is pretty nice, especially if Yums just decided to, yeah, everyone huddle together, here's a free revitalize, get everyone back into tip-top condition.
Well, what a dangerous dance that SRG is attempting. But it seems like they want to finish this tangle. No thoughts of stopping. There's a taunt into a hook. Suppression comes through. Cram loses immortality. AOG splits the backline. Killing spree for Stormy. Yums wants to get away. Revitalize keeps him alive. But here comes Dime Senpoi from the back. Yums loses his own immortality. Yellow forced away. Innocent comes in. Wisdom Nature on the Chiku guys. They both trade utilities. And now Zayat wants to go for the chase. Yums cannot reach him for the taunt. But Chiku guys compromise. Cirque guys from the back takes him out. Innocent against Dime Senpoi. Beastly 1v1. Zayat got nowhere to go. SRG coming back with 4.
It was way too common for the side of Todak. They know they are in way too deep. And even though it was literally a Zyme Senpai versus Innocent game, Zyme Senpai's been like, yeah, I'm just gonna fight it to the death.
Yep, can't beat these auto attacks, especially with max stacks on that Art of Thievery. He is one tough cookie, and Innocent, he is extremely bold. With that being said, although Todak were able to kind of split up these fights, they need to drag it out a little bit more. They found Stormy, which is already great, but Innocent cannot be dealt with a single person. I think that even for Chiku guys, his positioning, as much as he wants that traditional front to back, he is not finding it in this game, and I think this is where we're seeing Claude really start to shine with that BMI.
Now, eventually now with the Lord gonna be coming in real soon, at least with, like we said before, the high ground advantage for the Todak is definitely there, and they do have a very strong ways of clearing up these lanes. As for SRG, just clear out the top lane tier 2 and things are definitely going to be fine.
All right, now talk to me about this, right? Previously, I mentioned it before. Hey, you know, Valentina is going to go for the Starlium Scythe this time around because Edith is around, so it makes sense. No Edith this time. Is there an explanation for it?
all I can just tell is the fact that there is Yums, and Yums is pretty darn annoying on that part, right? You're just gonna have to shred people as much as possible, especially since if Chiku guys can't really do anything much, at least Zion will be able to deal with the front-to-back approach, which is what they want.
Oh, that's a hook on Yellow. They want to go in. Winter Crown negates most of the crowd control. SRG fighting in the base of Todak, not really the best place to fight in, but still take care of Chiku guys. And an inhibitor. The hook from Yellow for the second doesn't land. Fuyo taken down. Some guys re-engages. SRG wants the front blow, and they will get it.
Decisive.
Oh my goodness, what a punch to the throat here. 14 minutes until this game absolutely imploded on itself, and SRG takes game number 1 against Todak. Churros, you gotta come back in here. You saw that game. What are your thoughts about it?